Welcome back, and welcome back into the kitchen as the nostalgia, the love just pumps right back at you. Few desserts bring as much warmth and nostalgia as Malva pudding. Certainly for me, soft, syrupy classic that's been at the heart of so many family gatherings. Now, Chef Mo is back to share the secret of baking it just right using STORK white baking margarine. And we want that for the perfect texture and an indulgent taste. Chef Mo, can I give you another little hug? Because we miss you, man. We miss you in the space, and we love having your energy here, and especially when we deal with nostalgic recipes like this. This for me is something my mom would at least once a week, okay, because she would try her hand at baking, but she loved Taste Neighborhood. She loved going to home industry places and supporting bakers doing their thing. And always a Malva pudding would come home, and I would be given just a little bit, you know, it would be like a special treat, but it became such an anchor for me. And then eventually she progressed on to making them for herself and perfecting that, and I just loved that notion. So I really wanted to be able to do that with my kids.
Yes.
So I'm hoping you can give me the basics today so I can carry this forward.
Well, let's get to it. There's nothing more perfect than that lovely, moist morsel that's sweet and just melts in your mouth.
I think Mr. Wasty uses the term unctuous.
Unctuous, yes.
It just captures it beautifully. So where do we begin?
Right. So here we've got some STORK white baking margarine that's been melted with 2 eggs and sugar. So you got to get it to this fluffy stage. You want it kind of foamy. Okay. And then to that, you're going to add your apricot jam. Very important to
absolutely
have
vital,
your jam, a little bit of vinegar and your milk. Okay, so I'm going to get that going, and then your dry ingredients, you've got your flour, bicarbonate of soda.
Okay.
So that's why we added the vinegar there, because you need your bicarb to activate with the vinegar, and that's what...
There we go. That's where the science happens, the chemistry. Okay, brilliant.
So you're going to get that going.
Is there a term for this? I know like we use soft peaks or stiff peaks when working with egg whites. How would you describe the kind of consistency here?
Yeah, I would say you need to get it to like a ribbony stage.
Ribbony, okay.
So ribbony is when you can form like, almost like ribbons.
And it stays there, you can track that line. Okay.
So now because we've added more liquid to it, you're not going to quite get that, but you're going to do that with your eggs and your sugar.
With your initial whip, okay.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Okay, once that's nicely incorporated, I'm going to go in with, so you're going to sift it, because like we said, we want it light, we want it airy, and you know, to get that melt in the mouth.
I suppose because it is going to be quite rich, and you know, you're putting a syrup on, so there is going to be quite a density to it from that side. So you don't want the cake itself to be too dense or kind of stodgy. It needs to kind of absorb as much of that flavor as possible.
That's right. So to that, you're going to now fold in your dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. So be careful also not to overmix. Okay. So this is your folding technique, basically making an 8. Okay, so once that's done, we put it into a baking dish, and it bakes at 180.
It really is that simple, and I can actually see how lightly you're doing this.
Yeah.
I can feel the lightness in your wrist in terms of how gentle you're being with it. So really look after it.
Look after it. Yeah. So as you can see, it's not too heavy. You've got a nice little light batter.
Oh,
so that goes into your baking dish, and then you're going to get started on the
syrup. And I give you a hand.
Yes. So in there, we've got about 2 tablespoons of your STORK white baking margarine. And to that, you're going to add water.
Water first.
Some water. You're going to go in with your sugar and some cream. And that is going to cook down, reduce a little bit until like syrup.
Oh, you're going to get that like almost a caramel kind of. Oh, I love that. Am I putting everything in, huh?
Go in with all of it. So this goes into the oven, poke some holes or however you do it, and then
And I'm beginning to learn. You can play around a little bit, but when it comes to baking, make sure that, yes, you follow the recipe. There is a reason why these have been tried and tested over generations generally. And make sure the ingredients that you're using are top-notch. And I think with the STORK white baking margarine, ideal base for icing, thanks to its pure white color. That really does help a lot in the kitchen, eliminates the need for color correction and ensures the brightest, truest colors. I know a lot of bakers are on listening now. Versatility makes it perfect for icing and the baking process itself, offering exceptional results in both, as you can see already, and trusted by South Africans for years. This margarine brings ease and quality to your festive baking. There is a reason why we lean on it all the time. I love this because for me, when I can get, and I'm realizing now, what COVID gave me was this kind of the string of core memories in the kitchen baking with my kids. And that's now become a mode. If I feel like we need to kind of get back on the same page together, I'll bring them into the kitchen. It's never quite as clean as this, and accidents will happen, but I'm finding it's not just about the enjoyment of the food. It's like a foodie culture. It's getting them enjoying. Do you have a recipe like that or something that gives you that same sense of nostalgia?
I mean, also at like family gatherings, what are the main dishes that everyone requests for, you know, like a family lunch or something?
Ooh.
These are the nostalgic recipes that we always recommend. I even put it on my menus for my tourists when they come visit to Cape Town. Malva pudding is an absolute must, and it's such a winner every time.
I love it. Have we established, because it feels like it's the most South African thing ever, and I know other countries have put their hand up to say that they might own it, like New Zealand or Australia. It's South African, right?
You don't. It's very South African, and South African it shall stay.
Exactly. That's why we love you. Oh, it really is so good having you in this space again. And then, of course, presumably to wrap it up, once this is reduced, then our beautiful, delicious sauce goes on our unctuous pudding and we are winning. Oh, there is something special about baking together, creating those memories, core memories when it comes to our kids, sharing laughter and then, of course, enjoying the process as much as that final treat. Now, of course, you guys have the chance to make those moments even sweeter. We're going to throw this into the bag. Win one of 10 KitchenAid stand mixes simply by buying 2 STORK baking margarines, one of them being the new STORK white baking margarine. Maybe show us in the icing that you create. Keep that till slip super safe, and then you can WhatsApp STORK to 0606738661 and then just follow the prompts. Super easy. The competition closes 12th of May this year, but you can find those T's and C's that do apply. All the best of luck, Mon. Oh man, we absolutely love you.
Thank you, G.
I'm going to try this again about 5 times when I get home.